Morning, everyone. It's great to be back on the stage again for the Analyst All-Stars session. And as I was just coming out, one of the producers here said to me, "Good luck, go break some brains," which I thought was fantastic. Well, I'm not going to break your brain today, but I do hope that I can leave you with some sage advice. I want to talk about personalisation. And the reason I want to talk about personalisation is so many of you are investing quite heavily in personalisation technology right now. It's one of the biggest waves that I'm starting to see in financial services, and I'm glad that we're seeing it. But I'm worried. I'm worried that many of you are actually going to be leaving money on the table and not getting the most out of your spend and the technology that you're investing in. But let's level set for a second. What do I mean by personalisation? Well, at Forrester, we define personalisation as an experience that uses customer data and understanding to frame, guide, extend and enhance interactions based on that person's history, preferences, context, and intent. So it's about an experience, and it's about framing, guiding, extending, and enhancing interactions. Done right, personalisation can actually create a competitive advantage for you that your competitors can't actually replicate. It's a really unique situation if you get personalisation right. It can drive differentiation, it can help drive loyalty, and it can also deepen your customer engagement. But many of you are leaving these benefits on the table. You have to stop thinking like a retailer. You're in financial services. You are not a retail business. You are not a fast-moving consumer business. A consumer doesn't buy a product from you every week or every month. I mean, how often does a person buy a financial services product? Once, maybe every 3 to 5 years, if that. That's probably a very conservative number. So if you're spending all of your investment and energy and time with your personalisation programs focusing on the next best offer and the product sale, you are leaving money on the table because you're only adding value and touching that individual customer once every, 3 to 5 years. Might you get uplift in sales? Sure, but you are leaving all the other great benefits and the benefit that can't be copied by your competitors on the table. Financial services is also a relationship business, unlike a retail or a fast-moving consumer good business, and it's built on trust. So you need to build a one-to-one relationship with each of your customers and use your personalisation technologies to do that. So I often think about personalisation in terms of building a one-to-one relationship with a friend. So if you think about your 3 closest friends, I bet that every single relationship you have with them is different, unique. Because you spent time getting to know each other. You've shared experiences, you've added value to each other, and you've shared information. Can somebody come in and take that away from you or take your best friend away from you? Well, maybe they could when you were 5 years old in the school play yard, but probably not now because you know them so well and so intimately and you have such a strong relationship. And that's what personalisation is like. If you get it right and you think of it like a two-way street, then you're getting to know that customer so well and adding value to them throughout their life that it can't be replicated. So I think of personalisation as a two-way street where there has to be this information flow that's two-way and value flow between you and the customer. When you're first getting to know the customer, sure, maybe you only know a little bit about them. But instead of using data and insights to push something out to a customer, use it to get to know them. Ask questions, find out more, because it allows you to move through to this one-to-one state. You have a lot of information about them and you can really add value to them in a much greater way, and it will make them much stickier and more loyal. Now, if I think about a friendship, there's 2 other things that are really important in building a relationship with a friend, right? Life events and emotion. Life events are also important to personalisation, and I was really pleased to see and hear in our recent research, and the reports of which are going to be live tomorrow on our website, that USAA and Bank of Ireland are focusing on life events and stresses, so things like getting married or if you're a USAA member, being deployed in the military. So that's where they're focusing their personalisation efforts. And emotion also plays a role. For those of you who heard me on stage here last year, you will have heard me say that emotion is the biggest driver of loyalty. But how do you drive emotion through digital? How do you help use technology to drive emotion? Well, there are many firms and vendors out there, like Passato, for example, that can help you do that. Passato is an AI and machine learning technology that helps generate content and images and layout that triggers the right emotion for the right prospect and customer at the right time. So there is technology that can help you drive emotion in building those one-to-one relationships. Now, you need to leverage technology to personalise for as many customers as possible across the life cycle. You don't want to touch them just and add value just once every 3 to 5 years. You want to be continually adding value because that's what makes them stickier and more loyal. And again, in our research, I was really pleased to see some great examples of firms starting to personalise across the life cycle. Mobile banking is one of them. I mean, if every single one of us in this room all banked with the same bank, there's a very good chance we have exactly the same mobile banking experience, right? And that's wrong. We shouldn't. We're all very different. We have different things going on in our lives, things that are important to us, and different behaviours. So I was very pleased to see that USAA is starting to personalise the mobile banking experience. On the left, we have Michael, and if you look down the bottom, you'll see car selling. So it's very clear that what's going on with him at the moment is he's looking to sell a car. On the right, we have Alex. And Alex, you can see loss of a loved one and claim centre. So what's going on with Alex? Sounds like they've lost a loved one. Something tragic has happened in their life. And so USAA are trying to help them with that, with information and the things that they need through their mobile banking. But it's a different experience because there's different things going on in their lives. Huntington Bank is another interesting example. They're using Personetics to give customers a personalised heads up on upcoming activity and relevant information. It could be things like duplicate charges or you don't have enough money in your account, things like that. But it's great in terms of delivering insights and helping customers take action in a personalised way. 2 more slides, I promise. Oh no! So I will say TD Ameritrade are using personalised video as part of their onboarding process, which is fantastic. And we're also seeing firms personalised human interactions like Morgan & Stanley, who are using data and analytics to help their advisors figure out what the next best action is. So I think your biggest opportunity is to make sure you're not leaving money on the table with your personalisation strategies. Thank you.